position thing. So grab a C harp and just kind of try to maybe find some new ideas today. I've been thinking a lot about this position since I mentioned it, I don't know, several videos back. One of the things that I'm thinking about is the application of it. Sorry, once again, I tried to catch it before it came on. One thing I'm thinking about is the application of outside of the obvious of how you might use fifth position. Fifth position opens up some really nice minor scales like the minor pentatonic and the blues scale, and you can use it in various contexts just like you would the third position minor pentatonic or blues scale. You wouldn't just stick to all minor stuff necessarily. So let's talk a little bit about that. One of the strongest applications is going to be over in that minor context. This is an E minor track putting me on a C harmonica in fifth position. Just to let you hear it. It's going to be strong here, right? And the advantage of doing this is that it's just a totally different style and feel. The phrasing changes compared to third. So you can get the sense of how that is a very strong approach with taking this nice little minor track and moving it across in fifth position, just playing with that minor pentatonic and the blues scale. By the way, why am I talking about this also? Because I'm doing a class a week from today called Fifth Position Blues Harp, where we're going to get into a cool song, Somebody Stole My Love, gosh, is it Sammy Lewis? I don't want to say his name wrong. God, I keep forgetting his name. Okay, so here, I'll tell you right now. I'm pretty sure it is, but let's just make sure. And I'm digging into Sammy Lewis. Yeah, Somebody Stole My Love. It's really cool. It puts you on I want to say the song's in B major. No, sorry, B minor, and it puts you on a G harmonica. It's one of the only few recordings out there. This one's recorded in the 70s that was using fifth position. There's only one recorded one from the pre-war, from the 20s. Mentioned this in a recent email, so check that out. But let's talk about application outside of the minor real quick. I'm kind of rambling here. Let's get into, like, what happens if you are playing something that's major? Maybe a funk song, maybe a rock song, maybe just a blues. Let's just start with that application and see what happens. Because when you play in minor scales, you can bring that over a major song, no problem. Hello, if you're joining, I haven't even looked at my little chat or checked out my phone. Let me do that now. Thanks for being here if you are here. All right, there I am. Good to see you guys. A small little group here on a Sunday morning. I guess it is 8:30 a.m. Good morning, Ted. All right, so let's talk about like an application of an E shuffle. Would I use it? If it's slow enough, it seems to feel really nice. I'm just clicking on random stuff here just to try ideas. That is not a shuffle. Let's not go there. Some people put these tracks up, and I'm like, this is not that. Let's just see what this sounds like. Would I use it here? Absolutely. By the way, these octaves, let's talk about that. So you can see that I could absolutely bring this in and now have a whole different range of possibilities and ideas that I can play around with in this position because the phrasing is totally different. All the notes are rearranged. All right, cool. Right on, Bassbone. And thanks for being a member. Thanks for checking out this stream. So, another cool application outside of bringing it into like a slow major blues and all of the possible minor scenarios is thinking melody. My good friend Rob Paparosi was talking about Sunny and how he does this song in fifth, and I turned it on immediately and went to the solo of the song, which is played on a chromatic. And I found that almost all of the phrasing, all the notes I wanted without needing to overblow are right there in fifth position. So I taught myself the melody to Sunny. It's a great example of like, you don't need to just think in the context of improvisation. So, in what are we gonna get into in this class on Sunday, a week from today? That's on the 23rd, I think. I'm going to talk about the minor pentatonic and the blues scale. I'm going to break that down, but I'm going to get into the song that I mentioned from Sammy Lewis. And then I'm going to talk about these other kind of melody applications and just give you some ideas. Another one that Rob brought up to my attention was Little Wing. It's right there for the grabbing in fifth. And I will tell you this, if you are struggling with some of the approach on third position on the bottom end, fifth position does not have that kind of struggle. You only need one bend, really. For the minor pentatonic, it's just the full step bend. That's it. That's it. And if you want the blues scale, you bring in that half. It's kind of sweet. So it frees up. You don't have this like disjointed feel that some people get in third when you have to bend multiple holes, like, like a step and a half on the 3 for the blues scale and then maybe landing on a 2 full. That's challenging for a lot of people. So, hey, Charlie, good morning. So yeah, that's kind of the talk today is thinking about like once you learn and apply this knowledge to any position. Like if you're learning cross harp right now and it's new to you, then what are you doing with it? Where are you bringing it besides just a major context? You thinking about that minor pentatonic that you can feed off of and how you can bring the blues scale as well into some of these minor songs carefully, as long as you don't introduce the 3 draw and make it super major sounding. Yeah. So think application and play around with these alternate positions. Don't be like me and wait pretty much almost 30 years before you think about playing fifth in a blues context. All I did was learn one melody in fifth many years back, not crazy long ago, but I don't know how long ago it was. Let's say it was 6 years ago or whatever. And that was thanks to P.T. Gazelle, the song Sugar. And I just left it at that. Learned the melody, and I was like, okay, I can play a melody in fifth, but what about all the stuff that I primarily do, which is improvising and creating in the moment? Does fifth have a place for that? And that's why I'm offering that class, because it has a big old place for application of blues. It sounds amazing. Right on, Pamela. Pamela Crabtree, thanks for your comment. I used to play a bunch of Suzukis when I was connected to Suzuki before Honer over 10 years back. And yeah, I remember the Pure Harp. Was that the one with the... What's the one with the rosewood? Is that the rosewood comb? Or am I making that up? There's one that had a rosewood comb, and I was like, this thing is like a... I don't want to say what it reminded me of. It's kind of dark, but yeah. All right. All right, let's just... One more just example here. Let's see what we can do here. Again, I'm on a C harmonica, and I'm bringing up things in E or E minor. What, think about also, obviously E minor is going to work great because we're fitting off of minor scale, but I don't know what I'm getting into here. This is kind of freaking me out. Let's just see. Lots of chords. Yeah, let's just keep going. Let's see what these tracks sound like. I think what you'll find is like you'll just hear, you end up hearing the phrasing that you want to use. And say to yourself, would I want to bring in second position? This is a really huge discussion, actually, which is how do you know what position to use once you can play multiple positions? Each position lends themselves to slightly different scenarios, so that's a whole nother post. And I'm sure I've talked about it to some degree on this channel, but that's a whole nother thing. Yeah. Now, if you're in D minor, that should put us in B flat. Huh, is that right? Let's just see. Yeah. So D minor on a B flat harp. It's not my style. It's not my thing right here, this type of progression. But you can make it work. I'm just trying to find better examples for you guys. Here's a cool one. The key that just popped up is reminding me. I'm about to hit the road, and so I should mention this. End of February. I'll put the information in the video description. Just check it out. But I'm hitting the road with the Dig 3 for like 4 dates going through, well, I'll put it all in the video description, down south. Making our way to Clearwater, Florida at the end of the tour. And there's a song that I was listening to today, getting back into listening to a lot of these tunes that we do, Southern Fantasy, which puts me in typically a D flat harmonica in third position. It's E flat minor. And today I picked up a B harp, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, what about the B harp? Fifth position. That's where I'm going to go for that song next. But here's an E flat minor jazz funk, it says, and that puts you in that on that B harp. The octaves are nice. Just grab an octave off of the scale notes and sustain it. And what I love about getting into this late in my playing is that I'm just having a blast discovering, taking the strengths that I've built up with like technique, you know, and understanding of pattern recognition, and using that to my advantage when I'm doing something new in a scale, like using a new position. It just feels great to explore in that new position with this new phrasing. Yeah, the B harp is nice, you know. We don't really talk about it. In second position, that'd be putting you in the key of F sharp. Right? C sharp minor for third position. And E flat minor for this fifth position. So the truth is we don't land on a B harp too often. So if you're not playing multiple positions, it's rare. You'd likely need something, if you're playing cross harp only, that puts you on F sharp or C sharp minor for that third position. And those keys don't come up a lot, but maybe you work with somebody who does use that key and it's applicable. So that's right. You can learn harmonica at any age. That is right. All right. So that was kind of cool. You can really hear this opening up. Again, this is E flat minor The three draw. Listen to the three draw. No bend. How sweet that sounds. You don't have to worry about that anymore. So it's a loose stream today. I'm sure I'll have at least one person in the comments that says, stop talking, dude, just play or teach us something. But sometimes I don't feel like, I want it to be loose. So I hope some of these examples inspire you to want to join me in class. I'll put the link to the class and whatever else I said I'd link. The tour information, I'll put that in the video description. If you're in Kentucky, if you're in Macon, Georgia, if you're in Indianapolis or Clearwater, and in any of those areas, those zones, at the end of February into early March, I am heading your way with the Dig 3. A lot of you know the Dig 3, but if you don't, that is the project that I work with. Those guys are based out of Chicago and Champaign, Illinois, but we get together a few times a year and work some shows, and it's a blast. So that's what I got today. Thanks for hanging out here and chilling with me on this Sunday morning. I look forward to connecting with you soon. I'll be back before you know it.